Welcome back to Not So Radical. I'm your host, Peter, and yes, I got a webcam, but today we're going to talk about the loss of the southern border. So now, if you haven't been paying attention, first, this article is from Yahoo News. I'm going to post all the links in the description. You can reference them later if you want. But legal immigration under Biden has soared to the third highest in 97 years. Now, this article came out in October 22nd, 2021, so 2 months shy of the full year. But that number at that time was 1.956 million people. So that tried to cross the border. So if you look at that number, with the extra 2 months, it's definitely over 2 million people that have crossed the border under 2021. Now, it's just kind of odd since in 2019, which both Democrats and Republicans declared a crisis at the southern border with just over a million people. So it's almost doubled, and Democrats are silent. Joe Biden doesn't think there's any crisis at the border, won't call it a crisis, won't even acknowledge it. But 2 million people is hard to hide. So what do? I mean, if you can look it up for yourself, they've stopped drone footage over these sites, stopped media outlets going into these border patrol facilities and, taking footage of their living conditions and everything else because, that's bad press. But where else are they putting these people? Well, as of recently, this from the New York Post, January 26, 2022. Some videos have been leaked about where these migrants are being shipped off to.
Have a picture taken while we get on base. Yeah, look.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And who's that by? DHS?
Yes.
DHS, Department of Homeland Security,
That in the United States Army.
United States Army.
They're on a federal installation, so but DHS wants everything under download.
Of course, it'd be bad media.
Right, the one that's right there?
Yeah, we're not allowed to.
Okay, I'll take your name. I don't care. State ID's fine.
State ID is working.
My thing is, I like to comply. You know what I'm saying? I comply.
Easy.
Yeah. Technically, we're not supposed to show IDs or anything like that. Like I said, everything's supposed to be hush-hush. But you know what? If I show you
everything's
my
supposed to be
ID and I'm
hush-hush.
with you, the next time you see me, hey, I know who he is.
Yeah, it's
Good to
easy.
know.
See what I'm saying?
And if you
Let's
don't
hide
like
it from the American
just not
people.
let you out.
And this was, I believe, Westchester, New York.
So
People
turn
being
around
dropped
and
off
say, you know
at.
what, I'm
Let's
not
just be
gonna-
hush-hush.
Yeah.
So I'm
Under the
like,
cover,
I
dark,
play that
drop
game.
migrants
I like
off
it. I like
that
Easy,
came from a
easy
terrible
peasy.
situation are going to be relying on
You
the
got a job
government
to
for
do. I got a job
handouts,
to do. We all got jobs to do.
housing, all tremendous amount of things.
We're not allowed to.
Here's an extended version of that
in the middle
video.
of the night
A
in
little
Westchester.
bit more information
Migrants
on
then
it.
get on buses. Someone on the tape describes how, quote, DHS wants this on the lowdown. In other words, secret, so you won't know about it, despite the fact you're a U.S. citizen who's paying for it. They're hiding it from you. They're doing this without your consent. Speaking of an attack on democracy. In the footage, Westchester police express their frustration with what's happening.
You trying to figure out what this is?
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
yeah. So we've been having,
I'm just as confused.
you're on
what's
a
going on.
secure facility here, and we don't really know anything, and we're in charge of security. So that's hence where we're having a problem here. So
Yeah, we're hanging out here on the tarmac,
Yeah.
just like that.
I don't know
I
anybody.
used to pick up basketball teams that had more security.
yeah, 100%.
Now, what he said about you used to pick up basketball teams that have more security. You'd think there'd be more security when you're handling illegal immigrants coming to our country that haven't been fully vetted or, who knows that they're vaccinated, right? I mean, Biden, he talks about how dangerous COVID is all the time. All these people vaccinated? Are they getting tested, before they fly? Or, they're showing their vaccine cards before they fly? Are they, getting their COVID test before they fly? Who knows?
And very easily, few people could just go that way. So I'm here to.
Where they're coming from.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's slowly coming together, but we also don't know,
It's
really what's
disturbing
happening,
what's
how they
going
get
on.
here, whatever else.
Now, just to be completely clear, what you just saw is illegal. That's a crime. That's why they're keeping it secret.
It is a crime because it's aiding and abetting legal immigrants into our country, shipping them around, crossing state lines, crossing borders. It is 100% illegal.
The U.S. government is not allowed to abet the breaking of federal law.
Down low as possible. A lot of this is just
No, I get it. I
down
just,
low
like I said,
stuff that we don't tell people because what we don't want to do is attract attention. We don't want the media.
Oh, so it's okay as long as they keep it discreet, don't attract attention, kind of like when Obama and Biden locked immigrants in cages in terrible conditions at the southern border. But it was fine because it was, tucked under the rug. But then Trump came in office and exposed it, and videos came out of how the conditions were under the Obama administration, and they try to pin it on Trump. But I mean, you kind of get a sense how the Democrats work.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know.
And now when I say Democrats, I mean the Democrat politicians. There's many good people that vote Democrat. They're just misled by the politicians. It's same thing with some Republican politicians.
Where we're going when they tell us.
Oh, so just changing the population of your country, the one you were born in, but keeping it.
You know what I mean?
And why? You know why?
You know why.
Yeah, I know, but why? Yeah.
Look who's in office.
No, but what's the big secret? Everybody
Everyone knows
what's
what's happening. It's going on. Most of the mainstream media won't talk about it. They don't want you to know about it. And exactly right.
Yeah, the government.
The government is betraying the American people, which it's disgusting. It's disturbing, and it's sickening that they're getting away with this. You can watch the rest of the video yourself if you want, but what's even more disgusting is they're using our own tax dollars to fund these flights, the bus rides, all the medical treatment, everything from these federal contractors that they use to move these people around under the darkness of night. They have to pay them too, and all this is coming from our tax dollars. Fortunately, a Iowa Republican, Ashley Hinson, is trying to present legislation that would stop them from funding to fly illegal immigrants into our country. But although this would not bar the tax dollars that go to, it would not bar it from being used for illegal immigrants to be deported, transport unaccompanied minors to health and human service locations, or assist enforcing federal law. So if you're worried about that, don't. It's all right. But I want to show you another clip. These are our actual Border Patrol agents on the ground, how they feel, and I guess a few of them voice their opinion back to their chief Border Patrol agent. And if you guys want to give this a listen.
We don't give up. We stay focused. We continue to do the job and the mission that we signed up for.
To defend the Constitution, not the
It's not hard to say it. It may be hard for you to say it, but I've been doing this for 31 years. It's not hard for me to say it. Every day I wake up and I'm committed to this organization, and I'm committed to each one of y'all. You're getting bogged down in the policies and the
I can only imagine the frustration from these agents not being able to properly do their job under these policies, under this administration.
You can't even say illegal alien.
That's right. They're technically not allowed to say illegal alien anymore because apparently it hurts people's feelings. And we got to be careful of people's feelings.
What's that?
We can't even say
That's why Chief Scott left.
Why are you guys getting caught up in semantics? Right? There's a mission out there. I've been doing this job as long as y'all.
That's the problem.
What's that?
That's the problem, Chief. For evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. That's exactly what's happening here. Good men are doing nothing. You're allowing illegal aliens to be dropped off in communities.
That's right. They're allowing illegal immigrants to be dropped off in these communities during a pandemic. Also, just during, it's a rough time in our economy right now, and all these people that are going around, they're being dropped off in these places, and who else is going to have to deal with it but taxpayers? Just exploiting the taxpayers' dollar and funding these little side missions of moving people around the country. And we all know it's for Democrats. The politicians don't really care about the actual people. We know it because most of the time, first-time illegal immigrants, first-time voters, they vote Democrat. That's all it is votes. They honestly don't care. It's disgusting, and people need to start waking up to the crisis at the southern border. But that'll be it for today. Thank you for tuning in to Not So Radical, and stay safe out there.